You're welcome to Crown Prince TV channel. Subscribe, like, and share the video. Thank you for joining. Available Nigerians dies many times before their alert arrives. That is before the arrival of the alert of the grant that we're expecting. Some gullibles must have killed themselves by themselves based on their thoughts that is engineered or anchored on the fake news and updates that they are listening to all the time that gives them high blood pressure. Know this and know peace to avoid high blood pressure before disbursement that you are waiting for finally arrives. Masses, do not care anymore who disburse the grant money to our AZA, which is our account. Whoever disburse the money to our account remains the friend of the masses. Simple. Whoever among all these self-acclaimed country director and blah 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 blah, whoever among them that disburse the money should be, and will definitely be, will be the, will be our friend and the God sent to us. Okay, it will be that person will be the person that God sent to deliver us. If you like, kill yourself. God forbid you will not kill yourself by listening to paid fake update, fake VN, fake update and write up. Before disbursement comes. Don't kill yourself. That's just the point I'm trying to say here. Pardon me to have used the word, if you like, kill yourself. Okay, but in the reverse way, what I should say is don't kill yourself before this disbursement finally comes, because the alert is staring at us even as we are speaking. Our day of jubilation and celebration has finally arrived. I keep saying this. So avoid all the killers, all the killer VN produced by killers, all the VN and write-up that's produced by killers and fake people that will give you high blood pressure and make you to leave this earth and miss the blessing that is about to happen. All we care for now is disbursement, not whoever is going to disburse. Anyone can disburse this money. Who cares? We shouldn't care. Nobody cares in grand community of who disbursed the money. The most important thing that we are all expecting is for the grant to be disbursed, and it will be disbursed very soon. Disburse this money. Disburse this money and let everyone go back to their normal lives. Let's go to our normal lives. So that is the most important thing that we should focus on. Not it must be Apostle Ken that will disburse the money, or it must be this, it must be that. Power tozu everywhere. I always say this to people whenever I have the opportunity to say that no man on this earth shall share the glory with God. Especially, I'm talking about this very grant that we're expecting. The disbursement of this grant, nobody on the surface of the earth. This guy, this brave comrade, Ustaz Dawood, keeps saying it. That no man on earth, whether man or woman, will share the glory with God about this grand disbursement that we're expecting now. No man will share the glory. Even Satan in the Bible, according to the Bible story, Satan tried it. He tried to share the glory or to take God's glory. And he was disgraced out of heaven. He was disgraced and thrown out. And he will continue to be disgraced. He will be disgraced till eternity. Okay? I have said it before, time without number, that only God and God alone will take the glory of this grand disbursement in Nigeria. Any human being that try or will try it to take God's glory will likewise be disgraced the way Satan was disgraced. The person will be disgraced by men. In grand community, the person will be disgraced. Anybody that thinks he is God or is God appointed or God elect, and he assumed the glory to himself, that is the one that God used, is the one that made the disbursement to happen because it was opportune to be in that front line, to be the one to disburse to Nigeria, and he decides to take the glory to himself, such a person will be humiliated. He will be disgraced by men in grand community. So therefore, all we know and what we are saying, we are standing on now, is to say, to you, O Lord, be the glory, honor, power, and praise. Let all glory be unto you. Take all the glory, O Lord. It is yours and you alone.
Good morning, fellow Nigerians. Good morning, fellow subscribers of various brands in Nigeria. Good morning, Nigerians, resident in Nigeria and in diaspora, who are expecting the disbursement of UAAG grants. I greet you all of March year 2024, and I come your way today to say a few things upon us all. Today is the 29th day of March year 2024, and I come your way today to say a few things. As you all know, I don't speak anyhow nor talk anyhow. I speak with authority. I am Akim Shola Josiah, aka Mr. Shalom. I speak with authority before I come up, either human authority from my superiors or divine authority from God himself. This morning, today, Friday 29th, March 2024, I'm speaking to you with divine authority. And I will appreciate it if you can listen to me for the few things I want to say. I have 7 things itemized there. I will just take them one after the other. All right. Today is the 29th of March, year 2024. Disbursement, how far? Disbursement of UAG grant, how far have we gone? It is good we sit down and ask ourselves some questions. Disbursement, how far? It is no longer news that there is power tussle as to who should disburse and who should not disburse. We have heard that some people brag in private to some people. Apostle cannot disburse this money. Never, he cannot disburse this money. It's not possible. Some people have bragged in private, some people to that extent. And up till now, we all see that it is being dragged forth and back, whether Apostle Ken should disburse, whether he should not disburse, and so on and so forth. So there is power tussle as to who should disburse this UAG money or grant. Now, that is a rhetorical question. I will ask another question. Must Apostle Ken disburse this money? The answer is no. Must Apostle Ken disburse this money? No. Why? Because it's not the only Nigerian that can disburse this money. Any Nigerian approved by God and by the government can disburse. So it's not a must that it's only him that can that can disburse. Anybody approved by God and by the government can disburse this money. Again, should Apostle Ken disburse this money? My answer is yes. Apostle Ken should be the one to disburse this money. Why? In my little wisdom and little knowledge that God has granted me, and from all evidences, it is Apostle Ken Nwakama that have been destined by God, approved by God and by the Nigerian government until now to disburse this money. except if some people use their power to change it now. Before now, it's Apostle Ken Wakama that have been destined and approved by God and approved by man, by Nigerian government until now to disburse this money. Based on that, in my opinion, as a little servant of God, I think Apostle Ken should be allowed to disburse. That's on that. A word for Apostle Ken. Apostle Ken, this is a word from God to you. Do not struggle with your destiny. Man doesn't struggle with destiny. Do not struggle with your destiny. You are an elder. You are a servant of God. You are a prophet of God. You know that you come in with God. Do not struggle with your destiny. You don't have to struggle with your destiny. Cooperate to the extent possible. All right? Whether they allow you to disburse or not, heavens have already taken their record. That's what God asked me to tell you. Whether humans in their ego or whatever allows you to disburse or not, heavens have already taken their record and have already taken their position. If there's anything you need to release to them, release and see the consequences. Nobody fight God and go scot-free. So don't struggle with your destiny. That's a word to Apostle Ken Wakama. A word to him that loves to insult elders. There's a young man that always come up to insult elders or to insult a particular elder. I don't want to mention name because I'm not against him, but I'm against his act of insulting elders. Akim Shola Josiah is a servant of God, a Christian prophet of many years. He was also trained in Islamic religion and other religions. I've told us before. God started to train me as a servant at age 11. My mother suffered because of God's call upon my life. So I've been working with this God not yesterday. Remove 11 years from my age and know how long I've been working with God. God has trained us, I told us, in the Christian way, in the Islamic way, and other ways. So when this humble servant is talking about God, he's talking from diverse background of the knowledge of God. From my knowledge of God, insult of elders is not permitted by any religion. I repeat, insult of elders, no religion permits you to insult an elder for whatever reason. You don't insult your leader. You don't insult your elder. It has spiritual and physical repercussions. So you that feel you can come up anytime to insult an elder, maybe because it's not of your religion, it's not of your tribe or whatever. Remember the law. Whatever a man sows, that he shall reap. Okay? Whatever a man sows, that he shall reap. You shall reap what you sow. I shall reap what I sow. Everybody shall reap what he sows. You don't have to insult elder because you want to say something. The knowledgeable people in Islam taught us there are other ways of correcting somebody without being insultive. We follow Islam to an extent. There are ways of correcting somebody without insulting the person. So don't come up and insult people and feel you are all in all. You know but little when it comes to God. I won't talk more. Then two, maybe because you feel you want to say the truth. Let me tell you one thing. Not every truth that you know you can speak. That's one thing you should know. Not every truth that you know you can speak. There are some truths you know, you keep them secret. You keep silent until the appointed time. Whoever feels you can speak the truth at any point in time is not wise. The Bible says there is time to speak and there is time to keep silent. God is wiser than all of us. So you don't speak because you want to speak the truth at all times. There are times to speak, there are times to keep silent. That's a word for that. Some people says Apostle comes up and the next and the next government NGO. Whereas it's doing government NGO. Even this issue of government NGO, Apostle have come up to throw light on it. He said during the last regime that they told him, look, you want to disburse this money, we have our own NGOs too. And he said, okay, sirs, you can bring in your NGOs. Okay, if it were you, will you say no? Those people in government, don't they have companies? Don't they have NGOs? Okay, you want them to approve to approve the money for you and leave them. Are they not Nigerians? If it were you, will you say no? So he said, okay, sir, you can bring in your NGOs, but I also have some friends that want to come in. Simple. He has not denied it. Or do you expect senators, honorables, excellencies to be treated like common Nigerians? Haba. Okay, like now, when we came for verification, if you came, you will have known how crowded the place was, even though it was well organized. Yes, everyone attested to the organization at the verification center. But now, as organized as it was, despite the crowd, you expect excellencies, senators, honorables to come and line up with other Nigerians? Then why are they your leaders? Go to the bank, order the bank here, and go to the queue. How many senators do you see on the queue? How many honorables? How many excellencies do you see on the queue? In any exercise, these leaders perform every important exercise that the common man should perform. But what? They are given VIP considerations. So why are you people making too much noise about government NGO, this and that? There's nothing hidden. Even though it is not meant to be publicized. This business is not government business, it is non-government organization business. So ordinarily, government shouldn't be officially involved. Although government cannot be exempted from it because the money is with the government. It is the last regime that created the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs. That's what now permit the government to be officially involved to an extent. Even then, it is only to an extent. They cannot be involved openly. That's why the issue of government NGO cannot be discussed openly. And these are part of what some people are trying to use to nail Apostle Ken as if he committed an offense. Some people say, hey, he received money from us, and he came up and said he didn't receive any money. What do you expect him to say, for God's sake? Are you not a Nigerian? Let me tell you one thing. For us to get to this level, don't you think money was involved? Or do you process anything in Nigeria with free hand? There's a saying, there's no free lunch, even in Freetown. All over the world, there's no free lunch. You must pay certain things to get to a certain level. Now, to pass through some processes, some things need to be done. Now, she now came to the partners. Partners, so we need to do something for something. You now said he has committed an offense. Okay, because he came up and said he didn't collect money except loan, you now start to write against him. He collected this and that. What kind of thing is that? Let me tell you one thing. As a leader, there are things you do in secret, which you must not come out to say in the open. If you don't know, let me let you know. As a leader, because many people are trying to nail this man here and there. I'm a Yoruba man. He's an Igbo man. He's not paying me. I'm not on his payroll. Go and find out. It is God that is sustaining me here. It's God. But as a leader, the truth must be said. Go to any ministry and apply for a contract and process it with empty hand and see whether the contract will come out. You spend money, the contract has not come out. Not on top of when you say you won't spend money. This is normal thing everywhere. Now, when you not spend money, we do not announce, hey, I spend money to who? Oh, okay, as I'm not trying to nail him now, you collect money, it is nice. As a leader, there are things you don't say in public. I'll give you an example. Recently, some Nigerian students were kidnapped by the bandits. The bandits were demanding for huge amount of money from the government. It's recent, it's in the news. Before we know it, we heard that the children have all been released by the bandits. Tell me what happened. Tell me what happened. Use your tongue to count your teeth. All right. So people now went on news and were insinuating maybe the government must have paid the ransom. Government came up online and said no dime was paid for the release. Now ask me. No dime was paid for the release. So what do you expect? So when some of you are nailing this man, for one or two things, I just reason. It's like many people don't know what it means to be a leader in Nigeria and anywhere in the world. A leader covers many things. A leader passes through many things. A leader endures many things. Disbursement, how far have we gone? As I've said, anybody can disburse. But the person must have God's approval and the government approval. But who have been approved by God and by man before now, we all know. It's Apostle Ken Wakama. But should some people use their power to change it? Apostle Ken, struggle with them no more. That's what God says. Let money be disbursed. Whatever a man sows, that he shall reap. The masses are suffering. Let disbursement take place. There are powers that control the heaven and earth. There are powers that will pay everybody his due recompense. This is what I have to say.
Do you believe there is grant to be disbursed to the masses in Nigeria? If your answer is yes or no, do well to put it down in the comment section. All right? If your answer is yes, now another question is, do you think it will be disbursed easily like that? Think about it yourself. Money of this magnitude, that almost all Nigerians, there are about 70 million Nigerians who have access to. The money will be paid into their account. Do you think such a magnitude of money, so magnanimous, and that humongous amount of money will be easily assessed and be dispensed to Nigeria like that without the due process and the normal protocol and all the processes to be duly, overcome or to be duly good, performed rather? The answer is no. All right. This amount of money cannot leave the government the government accounts, or cannot leave or easily be paid to 70 million Nigerians.